What's the most hurtful thing you've overheard about yourself by accident? My wife had a falling out with some friends of mine that she met through me. We had known them a long time, but I had known them for much longer. I was upset with her one night, because they were always asking why she never came around anymore. But she absolutely refused to see them as here. I always thought it was because of this little side business project they went into together that didn't work out. So I'm driving my wife somewhere, and I just start getting upset with her that she won't make up with them and move past it like they did. And it sucks that she never comes with when I go over there. So she finally broke and told me the truth. Every time she went over there without me, they would talk shit about me, putting down my personality, my humor, and much more. I guess they thought she would be okay with it. Like a joking, haha, my husband can be such a insert something, right? But she wasn't okay with it. She's not a confrontational person, so she never really spoke up. But she was disgusted by the way they spoke about me behind my back, and refused to have anything to do with the monsieur. She had been letting me think it was all her fault, and she took it because she knew the truth would hurt my feelings. And it did. Blank. Asterisk asterisk edit. Asterisk asterisk. My wife was not manipulating me. She's not a manipulative person, and she's certainly not the type to try and control who I do and do not see. I know these people, and I know they're capable of this, even though they're otherwise generally good people with faults. Everyone has faults. Irks me a bit that there are so many cynics out there. Have a good holiday. Regardless, your wife is a keeper. I certainly think so. Went out to a bar with some friends for a birthday party for my ex-girlfriend. She really messed me up when she left me. Like really bad. But I was trying to be nice since she invited me, so I figured I'd go out and be there for a drink or two. So, a mutual friend who had been broken up with a few days before and was there. So as I made the rounds, I talked to her and tried to do whatever I could to let her know it would be okay. I'm no therapist, but I did my best, ya know. I knew what a bad breakup felt like, as I was also going through one. So I tried to help. Anyways, after I left the table, I overheard her talking to my ex at the bar about me trying to give her advice, and she said, well, nobody has ever loved him, so what does he know about any of this? And they started laughing. Don't think they know, I heard. But I grabbed my coat immediately and took a long walk home. I don't need people like that in my life. Haven't willingly seen either of them since. Edit. What an amazing surprise to wake up to this morning. Thank you all for the wonderful words of encouragement and support. And the medals. Truly my greatest gift this year. I read every comment. Life is a learning experience. Thank you for sharing it with me. Merry Christmas. Good call. Fuck those people. Overheard my mom telling my aunt that she hated me as a person. I was 13. My mom has hated me for years. She said it a lot. But when I left because I couldn't put up with it anymore, she wants me to come back. For example, today, Christmas, she tried to lure me back by doing all the things I've wanted to do and by overspoiling my siblings, and then she's like, oh, I bet you got nothing from your poor father. She doesn't even know that Christmas is on a different date where I live now. Edit. I'm 14, by the way. When I was in middle school art class, something funny happened and I let out a loud laugh. I then overheard one of my childhood best friends whisper to another person, God, I hate Trader 2488's laugh. I immediately looked at him and said, what? And he just looked down at the table like he didn't hear me. This actually made me change my laugh. It's completely different from what it used to be. Edit. Well, Jesus Christ, that was quite the Christmas surprise, haha. I forgot about this comment and just saw how many upvotes it has. I didn't know it's possible to change your laugh. I changed my laugh to jokingly mock a close friend, and at some point it happened so much that I forgot my own unique laugh. Now I laugh like that asshole. Now I'm the asshole. When I was maybe 16-17 of a year old, I thought it'd be hilarious to say "aw shit" instead of "achoo" whenever I sneezed, and so every time I sneezed I tried to make it happen. Mostly it kinda just sounded like "ah shit," but sometimes it was super crisp. Stopped being funny real quick, but I just couldn't turn it off. I'm 25 years old now and I mostly sneeze like a normal human being, but every once in a while I'm an asshole yelping "ah shit" as I try to not sneeze on anyone. Edit. Teenage me is losing her mind at the idea of her shitty idea being my most upvoted comment. Damn y'all. My grandparents whispering at the table about how terrible I am and how I am a real mess. Then acted all normal and cozy to me. I was 14. Edit. Holy, this blew up overnight. By far my highest rated comment. Kinda sad. Thanks for the support everyone and Merry Christmas. Been there. This is the worst. I think most of us were a real mess as young teens. 14 is a confusing age. I was copied into an email conversation where about 10 messages earlier one of my employees had described me as an idiot and suggested to the recipients that they didn't get me involved in the situation they were discussing. I'd always thought we got on well and it knocked my confidence. Asterisk edit asterisk. Thanks for all the replies and messages. Some of you are really nice. I've got much thicker skin now, but this happened many years ago when I was quite new to management. I eventually talked with the lady who sent the email and she was extremely embarrassed and apologetic. Then when we talked more it came out that one of her colleagues was spreading shit about me and she hadn't questioned what was being said. It took months to get rid of the real problem causer. This wasn't in the USA. It's difficult to fire people where I am. And the real confidence crusher was knowing that he was poisoning the well that whole time. Things were much better once he was gone. It sounds like one of your employees wanted you to know about the shit talk in the situation. It sucks to hear crappy things, but I think someone was actually looking out for you. My dad saying he expected my twin sister to do great things. Not so bad until he followed it up with, "I don't know what we'll do about my name, though." He still doesn't know I heard that and I plan to keep it that way. The best revenge is a life well lived. That's the plan. I had just moved into my dorm for my second year of college. My roommate was my best friend since 9th grade. My stuff hadn't arrived yet, and it was my time to register. So I asked him if I could use his computer. He said sure. I sat down, and he had him open to a conversation with another friend of ours. I didn't scroll up, but from what was just visible on screen, they were talking about how weird I was and how awful it would be rooming with me. I closed it so he wouldn't realize later I'd seen it, registered, and left. We still lived together that year, but we didn't hang out at all. We just cohabited. I never asked him to hang out as friends. He never asked me. Move out day that year was the last time we spoke. That was over 10 years ago. We chatted every day for 6 years. Then haven't spoken since. I still don't know if I did or said something to flip how he felt about me, or if he never really liked me to begin with. The possibility of the latter really fucks up your future friendships. Hell, the former does too. Knowing apparently you're capable of unknowingly saying or doing something to throw away a 5-year friendship. I've been kinda messed up the last 7 mths because my BFF of 15 years just stopped talking to me. Don't know if I did something wrong or what. We live in different states but talked 5 days a week and visited often. All of a sudden she stopped answering when I called. Who does it to a person they've supposedly cared about? Definitely makes me question a lot of things, how good of a friend I am, how I choose friends. Do I attract shitty people? Made me isolate myself further over the summer. Why even try to have friends? My dog likes me. I'll stick with that. Everyone I'd invited to my first sleepover laughing while reading my diary entries about how my dad had been abusing me. I'd left the room and one had gone snooping. It was worse when they wouldn't stop or give it back when I burst in and pleaded with them to. Then everyone laughed even harder. That was the first and last time I wrote anything real like that in a diary. Holy shit, that is brutal. I hope they also have that memory and now with a developed worldview of an adult lay awake in bed at night over it. Overheard someone saying they didn't want to work with me. I don't know why, considering I barely knew the monsieur. Definitely hurt though. I've had this happen at my work as well. Plus people saying I'm a fuck up. I've only fucked up things that everyone else has admitted to also fucking up before. I'm under the impression all my coworkers are just dicks because I try to keep to myself, do my work and go home. They always talk shit about the cars I buy and bring to work too. I don't understand why. It's none of their business what I do in my free time. I buy and sell cars. I have new to me cars every other week. They tell me I'm an idiot for buying them, but I'm just doing the maintenance and cleaning them up to sell them for a profit. And maybe make someone happy and sell them their dream car. Edit. My first gold. I don't even know what to do with it. They're probably jealous cunts cause you actually have a cool hobby that you make work for you. Glad to hear they haven't affected you. I think this was 9th grade. A girl I had a crush on, but hadn't really talked to at all, was moving away. A few days before she moved, I overheard her saying, "Yeah, I'll miss pretty much everyone, but I'll tell you one person I won't miss. Sanskrit. That kinda sucked. If it makes you feel any better." In middle school I asked out a boy I liked on the 1st of April. He said yes. Then I still proceeded to say April Fools. Quote. Didn't pan out too well. I don't know what made me think being a jackass would make him fall for me, but Zach, if you're out there, I'm so terribly sorry. When my oldest sister died, my older sister was crying to my mother about how she felt alone. My mother was trying to reassure her and said, "You still have Bamp Dixon though." But my sister said, "Who cares about her? I want oldest sister back." I kinda get it, but this was around the same time my mother told me to my face that it should have been me who died instead, because I don't have a husband or kids like my oldest sister did. It seemed like absolutely no one wanted me in my family and they all wished I could have switched places with the one we lost. People wonder why I'm depressed now. Edit. Well, this blew up. Just wanted to add to everyone telling me not to speak to my mother anymore. Well, joke's on her. She died about a decade ago. My oldest sister died in 2008. My father in 2010. My mother in 2012. All of alcoholism, monsieur. I'm just a bachelor orphan with no family now. Well, I have my older sister, but we're pretty estranged after her coke habit and money-stealing days. Which is good and also bad. Especially on Christmas. My mother never apologized to me and ended up getting even more abusive as time wore on. I eventually moved out of the house and went to live with an abusive boyfriend. Since 5 years ago though, I've moved down south, and after many trials and tribulations, many of them, monsieur, I now have my own apartment and 2 beautiful cats. I'm completely alone other than that though, which is even more depressing. But waking up to see my inbox explode and the gold, silver and everyone wishing me well is really helping me to get through Christmas Day, the most depressing day of the year for me. Love to you all. The fuck? Fuck those people. I can't believe people are like that. Not only people, it's her parents. Fuck that. Walked up on a bunch of people who I thought were my friends talking shit about me, saying I'm a loser and all this other shit. When they saw me they fell silent and I just walked away. That really hurt, but I got over it eventually. Edit. This is my highest voted comment by far and my first ever silver. Thank you all for the Christmas present. Edit 2, gold as well. This is going to be a great Christmas. Wow, they suck. You deserve better friends. Heard my mom complain about the Christmas gift I gave her a few years back. Seems small, but it just hurt. I used to make my mom gifts when I was a kid. One time I made my mom this cup thing in elementary school and gave it to her for her anniversary. And the next day I found it in the trash can. That's terrible. I realize now that my parents put a lot of the things I made them in a special place, which was actually a closet, because they really were hideous arts and crafts gifts. But they never threw them away, and I still felt like they appreciated them as the nicer ones were displayed on the bar or fridge. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.